Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Karen Lavender Clothesline, and in today's video I figured we'd talk about a subject that I really haven't covered a lot. So if you're new here, welcome into my channel. Like I said, my name is Karen. I am Lavender Clothesline on eBay, Instagram, and YouTube. I earn my full-time living selling on eBay and creating videos about what I'm doing on eBay. So today's video, I want to cover the topic that if you have chosen to make reselling your full-time profession, what do you do when you can't find things in your normal sourcing places? So grab yourself something to drink. Let's talk about what to do when you know what to do isn't working. So as I've explained many times before, I pick up the majority of my inventory from yard sales, estate sales, thrift stores, and auctions. And this can be quite different than if you are a seller online and you have in-place wholesale suppliers. That way you just place your order, you kind of know what you're getting, the order comes in, and you sell it through. But when you are a reseller and you are going out into the wild and looking in thrift stores, you're hunting yard sales, you're doing those kinds of things once in a while, even though your best effort is, you're on it, you can come up short. And then you have to say to yourself, okay, what am I going to do now? So recently I filmed doing a hard goods home decor store pickup, and that is one of the ways that I will supplement my one-ofs or my vintage finds or my yard sale finds. I like to do this because I can go into a store and within a little over an hour I usually come out with over 100 items. Now those items a lot of times don't have the profit capability that the items that I find in thrift stores and yard sales do, but that is one of the ways that you can supplement your inventory to be able to keep listing, because we all know eBay is a hungry beast, and I'm sure the other platforms are as well. Most platforms, online selling platforms, want you to continually add new items to your inventory. That way their site always has a fresh supply of products. People don't get tired of looking at the same old. But recently, as I've been going into Goodwill, I have to say some days it's jackpot and other days I find nothing. So today I'm going to share what's behind me, one of the other ways that I source when I can't find high profit thrift finds, when I can't find 20 or less items that will bring over $50. As I developed my business model, I learned quickly to look for the items that will bring the highest profit. Naturally, as one person, you want your items to bring the most money because you don't have that workforce, that manpower to sell volume. When you're one or two people selling, you really want to make your time count for the biggest profit. But the items behind me, I bought for $1.05 per piece. Yep, $1.05 an item. This is a Goodwill that is taking their oldest color tag and putting it into a clearance situation. And I make it my business to get to that store and buy as much as I can. Now, this is the opposite of finding items that bring the highest profit. These items will probably only sell through between $8 and $12. But I can get volume. So that is what we're talking about today, kind of like a quicker flip, lower profit capability item, and it definitely supplements my store. So before we get started showing you what's on the rack, what kind of brands I pick up when I'm doing that kind of buying model, I'm going to show you a few more interesting pieces that I did find in a Goodwill. I was shopping this in the morning at one Goodwill, and then many days I'm at multiple thrift stores, most of them Goodwills at this point. So the second store I went into, I really didn't expect to find much because I was still in the mental space of finding things for cheap and just buying in a different brand than I normally do. So what's behind me on the rack, mostly brands that I don't normally pick up, but at $1.05 I will. But first, let's look at a few interesting pieces that I think will bring good money, and I'm going to start with those, and then we'll talk about the more common brands. All right, hang on, let me get the first item. Look at this wonderful pig. Do we love this pig? Yes, we do. This is Fitz and Floyd Market Pig Soup Terrine. This is just gorgeous, weighs a ton, but I wanted to show it to you. Now it does have a tiniest bit of chipping on the top leaf, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. To me, somebody's going to want this. It has the asparagus ladle inside, the platter beneath it, and the pig. How adorably cute is this pig? Do we love a good pig? Yes, we do. All right, I'm gonna put him down. So I came into the second Goodwill. This was on Monday, and I was just, moseying along. I think I had maybe one thing in my cart. I felt like it was gonna be a meh day. Some days you can just feel that. You're starting to look at the shelves, nothing great. And I saw that they were putting out inventory, but it looked like, truthfully, a bunch of garbage. And then I turned the corner onto the green aisle, and this pig was just sitting there. I felt like I was in a dream, because you just come from a store where you're picking up, nice items, really good condition items, but they're just not something that's going to excite you. And then I turn onto the green aisle, and I was like, I could not grab that pig soup terrine quick enough. It was like, oh my gosh, I was so in shock. And I very quickly, very carefully took him down from the top shelf, put him right in my cart. I couldn't believe my luck. And I knew from looking at him that it was a good brand. I told by the way he's painted, and we're going to take a look at that quickly, and then I'll get on with the story. So if you look at the pig, if you look at his face, if you look at his eyes, really well done. The shading of the paint is just gorgeous. Like, look at the asparagus. How good is that? I'm wondering if this is going to pick this up or it's going to be blurry. I hope my camera picks this up. That's how I knew that it was a good brand, by the glaze, the painting, the realisticness. Is that even a word? Realisticness of the pig. And on the bottom, Fitz and Floyd Classics, French Market. And then it just has a little bit of writing, a little bit of initials. So that's what told me that this pig was good. And then, Fitz and Floyd is a very good brand. If you're not familiar with Fitz and Floyd, you do want to run a comp on that. I'm always happy to buy those pieces and sell those pieces. So I put him quickly in my cart, and shortly after that, I came up with item number 2. Now, item number 2 was on the linens aisle, and Goodwill this Goodwill in Lancaster has raised their prices astronomically. I mean, we're not talking double or triple. Some items are 4 times what they were, 5 times. And I just won't buy in on that price. I'll bring my business elsewhere. That's how it's going to be for me. So when I do still visit those stores less frequently, I buy what I can find at a good price point. I'm not going to keep buying in at that high price point. I will find alternative ways to source. And that's the whole message that I want to give today, the whole encouragement. If you're in an area where the thrift stores are high priced or keep going up, if you're in an area that doesn't have yard sales, you want to look for different ways to source. You want to be creative. Maybe it's buying out somebody's eBay inventory or different online platform inventory if they're getting out of the business. Now you do have to be careful with that, because if it's something like LuLaRoe and everybody's dumping it, that should be a telltale sign. You don't want to spend a lot of money picking up items like that. You need to do your research. But I love that in this business, you can tell I'm excited. There are so many different ways to source inventory. So having said all of that and gone down that rabbit hole, I found this LL Bean gorgeous vintage wool blanket. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand back with the clothing rack, but look at the print on this. And I'm going to find the label to show it to you. When I saw this label, I'm like, oh, absolutely yes. And then I did the little please don't have damage prayer, like, oh, please be good, please be good. And sure enough, it's in great shape. This is the label. So it just says LL Bean, Freeport, Maine. LL Bean, like any company, has different labels for what period of time they were in. And what else does it say? 100% wool, made in USA. Nope, not 100% wool. I lied. 85% wool, 15% nylon. Nylon is a good telltale sign that it's a quality item too. It's good to learn your fabrics, to know what fabrics are better than others. Like say you said to a friend, hey, that's a great blouse, and they said, oh, it's 100% silk. Right away, that would be better in your mind, even if you don't know fabrics, rather than if they said, oh, it's acrylic or it's polyester. So you want to learn when a fabric is a higher grade generally than other fabrics. When you see something 100% wool, nylon is good, rayon is okay, 100% organic cotton, flax, linen, those are all fabrics you want to look for. Just like in shoes, leather generally is going to be better than synthetic. But I said yes to this blanket, and I was just hoping that they didn't have some ridiculous price on it, and I paid $3.50. So overjoyed, 2 woohoos in a row. I'm not quite sure what the pig is going to bring, the pig terrine, because I think I'm selling that local. I will put it on eBay and do local pickup, which I'm fairly successful with that. Mostly Facebook Marketplace, which has been slow for me. But this blanket, gorgeous. I have not comped this. Items like this, I don't even bother comping. I know for sure that somebody's going to want this. Just beautiful, beautiful colors. All right, the last item that I'm going to show is this Budweiser wooden box. $4.99. It's in great shape. I am unsure of the age of this. I don't think this was really produced to carry beer in. I think this was a novelty storage case. That's my best guess. It does have all the right markings. It says trademark, the patent pending, Anheuser-Busch Incorporated on this side, property of St. Louis, Missouri. Very big, kind of heavy, and it is hinged. So I'll open it up for you. Anytime I see something like this, I will always pick this up. I don't think I'll have a problem selling this at all. Again, I don't know what it's worth because a lot of times I'm not running comps for items that I feel are just good enough. The quality or the painting or something about it is making it special in my eyes. So I've learned to use my judgment that way. But the items behind me, we're going to get right to. I'm just going to show you a few of the pieces that I picked up for $1.05. Did I say $1.05? That's what they were. They were the color tag of the week. You want to look for situations like that. Some Goodwills have a lot of sales. Some Goodwills, since COVID, are not running any sales. And I think they're just trying to gain the money back that they lost. They're no longer giving out plastic bags, which is a good thing. I don't mind that so much. They're not taking returns, which I do mind very much because if an item is flawed, you know, when you pick up hundreds of pieces, you're not going to catch every flaw. But I want to show you these things to encourage you that you can earn income by doing this kind of selling. You don't have to find the woohoo brands, but just know that a lot of these brands behind me, more common, are going to take longer to sell, but you can still do it if you have the storage capacity. That's key. If you're storing these items in your home, which I recommend at all costs to alleviate the extra cost of a warehouse, you want to make sure that you have storage capability to keep them nice and clean until they sell. All right, I'm going to wheel the rack up. We're going to get started and see what I bought. So on this side of the rack, I hope this camera angle is okay. I picked up probably about 10 or 12 pieces for Roger. Roger and I have been dating, and when we go out into the thrift stores and the other one is not with each other, we're learning what the other one picks up. So it's double eyes, double buying power, which I love that. Love teamwork. So that has been a great thing. So these first items are not for me. I would pick them up for myself, but these are basically Nike and Under Armour. The majority of them I paid the $1.05. A few of them I paid up in another store. So that's the story in these. So we're going to take these out because these really aren't mine. Okay, so the next few items are the ones that I paid $1.05 for. I'm just going to explain quickly why I bought them and what brand they are. So the first one is Banana Republic. It is not the outlet. The outlet Banana Republic will have little dots underneath the name. This is black tag. That means it's full retail. Just a good basic plaid shirt button down. And I did pay, they wanted $9.99 for it. $9.99? $8.99 for it originally. Nobody bought it at the $8.99. We love that. I hope they keep marking items up that are going to eventually wind up in this $1.05 situation. That works for me. So I paid $1.05. It's in great condition. As you can see, I imagine I'm just going to sell this through somewhere between $9 and $11, something like that. My buyer always pays shipping. The next item I'm guessing is maybe a department store. I'm not even quite sure. Alpine Lakes, extra large. The reason I bought it for the $1.05, it's new with tags. It's a waffle thermal knit. We're going into that season in most of the country. And for a $1.05, I can offer a shirt that seems like it's fairly decent quality. It's new. I don't have to worry about washing it or anything like that. Very quick for me to take 2 photos of the front, maybe a little detail of this button placket here, and the back, measurements done. So the whole thing will take me probably about 5 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that. Get the listing on and then just let it ride until it sells. So anything new with tags, as long as it's not a really, really inexpensive brand. I have a tendency to stay away from brands that are just, you know, maybe Kmart brands or something that was really, recently I made the mistake of picking up a couple of Bobby Burke pieces, and I know that's Dollar General, so I'm just letting those ride through. I did list a few of them, but that's a brand that I wouldn't pick up again. Okay, so hold on to your hat. We're going through this quickly. I just want to share with you so you get a feeling of what we're talking here. This is a Gap stretch knit dress, halter style, very good condition, good blue. That's why I bought it. This is Glamour. Never heard of Glamour before, but really nice dress. Pleated. I think that style is very flattering for women. This is a 14W. Size is good, color is good, print is good, condition is good. Done. This is Emma and Michelle. Again, I've never heard of this brand. It was new with tags. I looked at the tag. The quality of the tag is not too bad. If you're unsure of a brand and you don't have time to check comps, use the other telltale signs, the other hints of whether the item is decent enough to pick up. Now for $1.05, I'm going to pick this up all day long because it's a jumpsuit. And who doesn't love a good jumpsuit? I always want to think in my mind that I'm like an on-the-go girl and I'm going to wear a pantsuit. Yeah, that's never happening. but I picked it up for the $1.05. Next up is Eliza J. Eliza J does not bring a lot of money, but I thought the style was really good. Black basic dress. I might even put sexy black dress or sexy little black dress in my keyword title description. And this is a size, what does that say, Karen with no glasses, size 6. So I don't know. I was kind of on the fence about it. $1.05, it goes in the cart. You don't want to do this business model if you're thinking to yourself, I can get my money back out. That's not a good business model idea to have. I hear this said quite a few times from people doing hauls. I can get my money back out. But what happened to the time you spent to, just having to store the item? You don't want to have that idea. You always want to make profit, even if it's a lower profit than what you're used to or your business model is. This is chaps. I don't pick up a lot of chaps, but look how good this is. I will call this a red bandana dress, corset lacing. I'll use keywords to make it more appealing, and if somebody's searching for a certain style in another brand, this might come up. So this is chaps, size extra large. I thought it was very good. It looks like it's new and unworn. Jones Studio. Again, I don't pick up Jones to sell at my normal price point, but this is gorgeous, very boho. Cottage chic or cottage core, I will call this. Great condition, and that's why I bought it. I'm going to jump to this piece. I really like this piece. Now this is tape measure, and I've forgotten who's making tape measure. It's their own brand, but I don't know who carries it. I don't know if this is Urban Outfitters or one of those, parent type companies that will carry other brands like Anthropologie. It's a store. Ruffle front velvet jacket. We're going into fourth quarter. Absolutely, yes. What size is this? 16. Again, very good. So I thought this was great for weddings, great for dressy events, and very clean and in good shape. Next up is a dress that I love. I love this style. It is a true wrap dress, and it's got a real ruffle to it. Very feminine, beautiful print. It's a black with a gorgeous red rose print. And this is 9 West. Again, I don't normally pick up 9 West, but I thought this will do quite well. Next up, 2 dresses, the same style. Are they the same size? Lands' End extra small, which is a 2-4, and Lands' End with a size 4. So basically tank dresses. I'm going to give this thought. I might lot them together, but because one is a 2-4 and one is a 4, that might cause me to separate them. But generally, I would probably lot them together and charge, I don't know, maybe somewhere between 20 and 25 for the 2. Here is a Talbot's corduroy red blazer jacket. This is a size 6. I like it when these are 10 and up. I think more women look for something that's a little bit looser on them in case they're going into a career situation and they're required to wear a jacket, or they like to wear a jacket. I like jackets that are bigger generally. Now 10 is not a big size, that's a medium average size, but what I'm trying to say is I really like when I find items for this price point in this style, a larger size. But really nice buttons. You can see the care that went into this. Beautiful print inside, very clean, looks like it's barely worn. This one is Ann Taylor. Now Ann Taylor, again, no dots under the Ann Taylor, so it's full retail, black label. That means it was sold in their retail store. If you've ever gone into an Ann Taylor, very pricey. They have nice quality, but it's more on the high side rather than just a regular mall brand. But I really liked this jacket. Open front, it's a tweed, and I guess that's all I have to say about it. I really liked this. I think this will do well. Ann Taylor Loft, Ann Taylor Factory are all very saturated on eBay. So your keywords really have to stand out. You have to come up with ruffle, peplum, raw hem, fringe, things that are going to make the person scrolling stop and take a look at it. And your photos. I'm glad I thought of this. Your photos have to be really good of these items, because if your photos are in a dark room or scrappy or just thrown on a dirty rag, not that you guys would do that, that's not going to help your item at all. If you have a common item and you're selling at a lower price point, you're kind of saying this is a common item that's not worth that much. But if you make it look beautiful, now I'm not saying you have to put jewelry with it, that confuses the buyer, but you do have to have good lighting, crisp photos, and give a lot of photos. Like with this jacket, I will probably show the way it's got the raw edge detailing on the ruffle, you know, just something so the buyer can see the detail in the jacket. And I also, when a jacket is lined, I always show the lining. You want to show the armpits, the neckline, so that people can see there's no like ring from the neck, there's no deodorant stains. That way the buyer knows that they're getting a great deal. All right, so we're just going to end this video with me holding up pieces and telling you the brand. So this one is Calvin Klein embroidered blouse, Kate and Mallory, just a shift dress in a stretch knit. This is Connected Apparel. I really liked this style. This was beautiful, this lattice panel. Very good condition. Is this one new? This says $60, but this tag doesn't look like a normal tag. It looks like a return tag. White House Black Market, a lace sheath dress, 3/4 sleeve, square neck or boat neck. Thought that was really cute. What else do I want to show you? These are 3 tops that I picked up. I don't know if you've heard of this brand. I don't know if I'm going to say this brand correctly. Bolle, B-O-L-L-E, Bolle or Bolle. They are either tennis or golf. I believe these are tennis because they are cropped. 3 women's tops, athletic tops, and small. Are they the same size? Small and small. Yay! I will lot them up together, and that saves the buyer shipping. And I think we're just going to end with this jacket. This is a Chico's 3, which off the top of my head I think is a 16. It is just a blue cotton jacket, but I really like this because it has the juxtaposition or the yin yang, I don't know what to call that, masculine, because it's a military style. It has these epaulette straps on the shoulders, probably saying that wrong, but it has a ruffle peplum that gives it a real feminine style. And I will use all of those keywords in my title. They wanted $10.25 for this. There's no way this jacket is selling for $10.25. I would be shocked if it does, especially in central Pennsylvania. You know, we're just a regular people here. It's not like we're all fancy. And I'm very happy that they made it $10.25 because I paid $1.05. All right, so that is just hopefully a little bit of encouragement for you guys that might be having a hard time finding high profit items in your thrift store. Don't be afraid to mix it up a little bit and try something different. I am always about, even after 8 years, trying different things. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that this is tomorrow's video, Wednesday, and then there'll be a video on Sunday. And then Monday morning, I am flying out to Las Vegas to join in with the Boss Reseller Remix Conference. Very excited to meet finally in person Katy and Vikki. They are so instrumental in our community. If you don't know who they are, I will leave their link in the description of this video so you can check that out, and hopefully I will be bringing you some footage of the conference and just meeting up with all of my friends. Some of them I know in person and some of them I have never met, so I'm very excited. I'm jumping into this conference last minute. I didn't think I was going, but had the opportunity to go. So I am in Las Vegas this next coming week, and then the following week, Florida. So a few of the videos are going to be on the fly, which I know you guys don't mind. All right, thanks so much for joining in. Hit that like and subscribe button, and as always, go out and get what's yours.